I'll be quiet then. She's gonna go live.
We're live.
We're live and we
Is that
need
hard?
to call this
Difficult?
meeting to order. So I'll call this meeting to order at 9 o'clock, July 31st. And can we all rise for a prayer and flag salute? Charlie, would you like to?
Yeah. Father, thank you for your many blessings to us, and we know that you raise leaders up and you bring leaders down. And I just pray that all of us that are in this position right now would understand that. We would serve you humbly, and most of all, we need your wisdom and your understanding in all the decisions that we make. We ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 4, any citizen desiring to be heard.
None filed.
Item 5, consideration of possible action on minutes of July 15 and 22.
I make a motion we approve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 6, consideration of possible action on final replat of Thelma Place. Is that you, sir?
Yes, sir.
How have you been?
Good, good.
I just want to know
I
if
brought
I'm going to hear
them
from
all,
you in
so-
6 months.
Kept them all same.
He's upside
Yeah,
down back.
we are.
Now, this is a replat because the neighbor to the north claimed adverse possession because the fence was over on my side, 5 foot on one end, 25 on the other, rather than going to court. I just did what she wanted me to do, and if I'd have known how much trouble it was, I'd have went to court. 'Cause I think they put a line.
Private streets are dedicated to the public streets. And maintain that private property owner.
Okay,
I'll make a motion we approve.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye. Let's see, are we chairman there?
There should be 2 copies.
There's one there.
If you let mine sign it first and move them this way.
Okay.
There's actually 3 or 4 copies there. but
Oh, okay.
Two's all you need, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want all your copies signed? Just tell them we can.
At least do 3, that way I've got one more to sign, please.
A little extra.
A little extra, that's fine.
Yeah, let me call them real quick about that filing.
Send me the bill.
Quirky with each.
Right.
You got them all sold?
No, good. Where's those?
Boy, you've been doing good.
Yep.
I don't know about this one, but over there on Broadway, you've been selling heck out of it.
Everywhere I see him working, that's good.
I'm done with Broadway, except for 3 lots, and then the commercial lots on the front. Yeah. Not sure where all that coming from, but they're coming.
Yeah,
Well,
we don't want to embarrass anybody in our meeting
down
here.
there.
What's that?
All
This is
coming
what
across
she's
water.
talking about.
Yeah, I
It
was
says we're
just-
being filmed and taped, we don't want to publicly say anything.
Oh.
Well, it's Guthrie. It's worth the read.
Send that to me.
We need to cover that, Troy.
Yeah, I'll cover them. I still have to sign them and seal them, so.
And we're only doing 3, or you go ahead and do the rest?
And we just did 3.
You ought to be good at handling those things.
And we approved these last week. This meeting. Let's give it a check sometimes. That business bill comes. And the party we don't make a decision.
Well, it's on the roof, the reason we did it is the architect is gonna look over the bids to make sure that apples for apples and see if they have a recommendation.
Okay. So I guess we'll hear that
Yeah.
recommendation.
I'm sure we will.
Okay.
I thought he might be here, but I bet you he'd be late for sure.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, sir, you know the drill. Back over to the clerk's office. Then go get the small copies made after it's recorded.
Yes.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Tim.
Appreciate it, y'all.
Good luck. We voted.
Yeah, we voted on it.
Item 7, consideration possible action on bid 2024-07 jail roof repairs table from the July 22nd meeting.
Matt Graves could not be here today. He did call me on Monday. They have reviewed all the bonds, all the requirements. The low bid of TriMac Construction Services, $229,145 is what is recommended.
I'll move that we approve
I'll second it.
low bid. All in favor?
Aye.
Is that the 30 days?
How many days?
50 days.
50 on that one. And they're out of Shawnee.
Item 8, consideration possible action on resolution for approval of May 30, 2024 amendments to the 1983 amended agreement creating the Association of Central Home Road.
So the resolution they submitted requires the chairman to sign on behalf of the board. I believe ACOG sent all of that stuff directly out.
So, just for conversational, how did we don't approve it?
Guess we're not members of it anymore.
They're gonna change it anyway.
They're gonna change it anyway. I'm making a little headway, it's slow, but trying to get those guys to come around to being leaders instead of sheep.
So, well, really, you know, they want it to seem like we got an option, but we don't have an option. We don't.
That's every alphabet that the government comes up with. Yeah, you end up getting led by the thing you created. Which is what's wrong with the country.
That's my point, just want to throw it out there.
All I say is when I'm there, I do everything I can to disrupt any thought of giving attention to reducing CO2 for climate change reasons. We waste so much money on that, it's incredible.
It's amazing how much indoctrination is instilled into some of these, and they're good people. They just don't have a grasp from the constitutional side up. They come from the education side up is how they come.
Mark does an excellent job there, he really does.
But do we want to remain a member? Do we want to amend this?
So we get kicked out if we didn't, so now it's really, they're gonna do it or I'm gonna kick you out.
Well, I think that if you don't redo the agreement, and of course this is an update to the plan that's been, the policy that's been in place, I think they just take your votes away, is what happened. I think you can still come to those meetings, you just won't have to say at the table.
Well, I'll let someone else make it.
I'll move we approve this.
I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I'll let stay on.
Item 9, consideration and possible action on Kirkham Michael Engineering invoice for $29,559.85 for wagon wheel wind project.
This is still it's still ongoing, so I'll move that we approve.
I'll abstain, no, I'll second it.
You vote nay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item 10, consideration and possible action on Craft and Toll invoice of $18,952, $4,065 for striping, and invoice $18,951, $14,061 for signage. And this is for that safety grant, is what this is.
Right.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Mayor?
Yeah. Agency requesting
Drug trafficking.
Item 11, consideration of possible action on fiscal year 24-25 juvenile detention services agreement with Oklahoma Juvenile Justice Services at a rate of $60 per day.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
How are you? Item 12, consideration of possible action on fiscal year 24-25 school resource officer agreement with the Guthrie Public Schools for a period of August 2024 to May 2025 for $31,480.80.
I'll make a motion we approve.
All in favor?
I'll second. I'll second. Aye.
Aye. We got that out of the way. Item 13, consideration of possible action on CED fund project application for District 3 for asphalt overlay, Rockwell North, County Road 73.
I'll move we approve this as well.
No, I'll second this.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 14, consideration of possible action on detention transportation claim for 2024 in the amount of $260.50.
Move we approve.
Second.
CED application, that was 75,000 for District 3. Thank you.
You got that all confused. After Allison told me how for you to fill that out, I can't believe you didn't say that. I'll shorten it.
I would recommend if you want just actually, the all comes on and after the meeting, so you need to push through.
We have a motion and a second for the detention transportation claim. Item 14. All in favor of that?
Aye.
I have no items for 15 and 16.
Item 17 are road crossing permits. They're right here. For time, can we just approve them, or do you want to look at them and sign them in a meeting, and we can sign them directly after the meeting?
I'm not sure I'm gonna vote yes on this, but, so I'd rather talk about it a little bit.
Well, let's talk about it then.
And we can do it
Item
later.
17 is consideration of possible action on approving the following road crossing permits for Cox Communication. And they're listed on the agenda.
So here's my beef with Cox right now. We rebuilt Glen Drive, and right in the middle of where we needed to put, re-straighten the ditch up was a Cox line. We had it marked, we knew it was there. There's nothing we could do about it. We had to, it wasn't deep enough, and we cut it. And now they expect us to pay them a lot of money. And I'm gonna talk to our ADA about it.
Well, I can tell you in the past, it's happened to me where, they actually plowed the line right through our tent horn. We had to replace the tent horn, and we cut the line. They sent us a bill for $10,000 to fix their line and sent it to ACO, to let ACO look at it, and they said, you're right, you gotta pay it. Because they're a public utility, they got just, this is what our old ADA told me is, a public utility has just as much right in our right of way as we do. And if you hit their line, you're responsible.
Technically, they don't even have to file these permits with us.
I strongly disagree. I think we ought to oversee the right of way, but our ADA at the time said I was wrong. So what happened up in my district, they put a fiberglass box right, probably 3 inches from the edge of the blacktop. The semi had a flat, he pulled over, fell through the box, burned another tire. He turned in a torque claim, they turned in a torque claim, and he had to pay for the box. And what happens if the lid's off that box and motorcycle hits it? Kill it. Or her. There's an attorney in the room, maybe he can advise you after.
We ain't hurry. He's on the agenda, Charlie.
Yeah.
He's sitting back there
I know,
spending money
I know.
right now.
So I think, going off what Lowell told us in the past, is we don't even have an option on a public utility. And Cox Communication is a public utility.
Constitutionally, they have the right to the right of way as a public utility and telecommunications, I believe is what is in the Constitution.
But I agree with you, if they're in the way, they ought to have to come and move.
Yeah.
Well, I'm moved to approve. I get it. I've got a bill for a phone line that they haven't officially done it the correct way, so I haven't worried about it until they do.
So maybe the question we need to send to the ADA is, what happens when they plow right through our tampons? Can we send them a bill?
Well, I'm gonna talk to our ADA right now and see if there's anything to do. Anyway, y'all make, I'm not gonna vote for this, so.
I'll second Mark's motion.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Nay.
Can you at least hand it down, Charlie?
Yes, sir.
Get out of dealing with all these people that are in the right of way. Here's the problem.
This is basically like the active bill we just did, Charlie. You ain't got a choice.
I said technically they don't have to file the permit.
Yeah.
And we can't charge them.
Yeah.
So,
Can we do a resolution on the depth they have to do any of these crossings?
I don't know that we can regulate them as a public utility in a public right of way at all. I mean, that would be a legal question.
They're
Corporation Commission?
Pardon me?
That'd be Corporation Commission that would,
I don't think they have a say in that either.
their right to use the right of way is constitutional.
Yeah.
The law says that the Board of County Commissioners have exclusive jurisdiction over the roads and bridges. So the law kind of is in contradiction to the Constitution there.
I'm just saying that, well, and in that case, the Constitution would always reign, but I'm just saying if there's a way that we can, going forward, demand a certain depth that they have to
I think the one hinge you have on that is this permit, which they are choosing to file, requires a 6-foot minimum depth. But when was that line put in? It was hit.
Oh, I have no idea.
That's your problem.
Yeah, I have no idea.
With erosion, et
But
cetera.
I'm, well, that wasn't the problem. The ditch, it all changed, and we were just straightening it back up, straightening the road back up, building that road bed up and everything. And, you know, we marked it, we knew it was there, but it was where we had to put a ditch, and that's why we cut it. And so there's, if I was gonna do it again, I'd do it again. I'm not gonna zing the road out around where they are, you know.
You know, things are different now. I was taking a bridge out down here in Prairie Grove years ago, and there was a phone line that was attached to that bridge. And so I called them up and said, you know, I need you to move your phone line. Well, their guy, at that time, came out and said, you know, it's gonna take us 3 or 4 months to move this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually on the repair.
Mm-hmm.
If it were to get nicely cut in a very even manner, we could repair it in 2 or 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you want it in 3 or 4 months, then I'll move it. If you want it fast, if you cut it, I'll repair it. Now, they've changed their system since then.
Yeah.
But at least those local people actually had enough sense to understand you're holding up progress.
So what's the difference in Cox versus out on Luther Road, where CREC and AT&T both had to relocate their utility lines so we could pave that road? So what's the difference that Cox has over those?
Telecommunication. It doesn't say electric lines can be anywhere in the right of way. It doesn't say.
AT&T is telecommunications.
Yes.
But did you ask Cox to move this line before you cut it?
No.
There you go.
Had I, would they have?
Maybe, I think
Yeah.
that there is probably some workaround
Yeah.
with trying to work with them. I mean, they know if they're in the right of way, and we
Yeah.
have to bring road just like what happened
Yeah.
out here.
Well, it'll cost them a
Yeah.
whole bunch more to move that.
Pipelines, they know they have to be moved upon request.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that, but we don't know in this option because
They didn't get the option to move it. You decided to move it for them.
Well, I know more now. If I ever find one there again, they'll pay through the nose to move it. So, all right.
Item 18, consideration possible action on the consent agenda, which are listed on.
We want to skip this and let the attorney,
I'm fine with that. You
or
want
is there
to
more
skip it?
than one going to be here today?
I don't know. And I'm sorry, I've completely forgotten your name.
It's Scott Udi.
I knew the Scott part. I
Yeah.
couldn't remember. Are you the only one coming today?
I'll be the only one visiting. with
Okay.
you, yes.
Okay.
Do you need us to
You can take
pause
anything
or go ahead and finish?
in normal course is fine.
Okay.
Are you on the clock right now?
We're always on the clock. But whatever your preference is fine with me.
Probably 5 to 8 minutes, long enough for them to sign
That
them.
would be fine, thank you.
Okay.
Steve about signing his HL thing. Okay.
Well, here it is, right here.
Yeah, yeah. Might as well just sign it, he's not here and be giving a hard time about it. You gotta get down to Norman today, don't you, Mark?
Oh, at some point. I have people that are gonna start here in a minute. Put it in.
Okay, these are transfers. This first one, Mark, I'll need you to sign these two and then ask the board. This is to fund the purchase of the courthouse generator. We've got the FEMA grant. We sat in a meeting, Mark, Stephen and I, with the state EM about how this all works. So we have to create the grant account, that's under auditors, and fund it. Then when the reimbursement comes in, we'll move the money back. We have the funds available in the building maintenance account, so I'm transferring $150,000 to create the grant account for the generator. And then 2 for the sheriff and 1 for Langston Fire. Blankets. Election board claim, that's just chairman. Alcohol beverage tax.
We hope you contributed to that.
But you have to sign that more.
Huh?
Okay.
Yes,
You signed up here, I already signed it.
no, that was just for Mark up there, I need the board down.
Oh, okay, okay, sorry.
You're gonna tell me you didn't participate in this tax.
I did not.
You leave everything up to Monty.
And you're against the system,
System works.
That
You
includes,
just don't have to participate in it.
Even Easter, though, they don't tax their liquor. All right, I'll move that we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 19, consideration possible action on claims for payment of July 2024.
I'll make a motion to approve the plan.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 I have nothing on 20.
See you, Troy.
See you later. Thank you.
Did we approve those
Call it.
claims?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
There isn't an item 20. Our next one's gonna be an executive session, which you will not be able to stay in, but for your benefit, August 5th at 9:00 a.m. will be our next meeting.
Monday?
It'll be a Monday. First Monday of the month.
I was already packed up, I was just waiting for, I didn't want to be.
Hey, you're welcome to hang around outside.
We will have to come back into
Oh, you will?
session
Yeah.
to finish the
Can I sit
meeting.
there?
You could sit in the other room, yes.
You're not going to the little room?
5 of us fitting in there.
It's the people's room.
So, item 21 is consider,
Gotta make sure the camera's on.
well, I'm trying to make the motion.
Yeah,
It's in
you
public.
need to, yeah.
So item 21, consider possible action on discussion and possible vote to enter into an executive session to 25 Oklahoma statute, section 307B4, to discuss with council all aspects of Sebastian Pazilla's versus Board of County Commissioners of Logan County, case number CJ-2021-110, filed in the District Court of Logan County, State of Oklahoma, on the advice of and the request of counsel. Public discourse of these confidential communications will seriously impair the ability of the board and its attorney to properly process and defend itself in litigation. And so I'll enter into a motion to go into an executive session.
I'll move
Second.
we go into executive session.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item 23, consider an action on discussion and possible vote in public forum to adjourn the executive session and reconvene in the open session.
I move.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We are no longer in executive session. Item 24, consider an action of discussion and possible vote on actions related to pending litigation in Sebastian Pezzilis in versus the Board of County Commissioners of Logan County, case CJ 2021110, filed in the District Court of Logan County, State of Oklahoma, with counsel.
So I'll move that we, on advice of the council, to settle this case and move forward. Does that cover it for you?
I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Item 25, comments, announcements, questions by the Board of County Commissioners, other officers, or department heads.
The only thing I have is I got a quick update when I spoke to Matt Graves on
Thank you,
Monday.
sir. Appreciate your time.
They are looking at being able to publish bid packets on August the 7th. However, I haven't confirmed that with Casey for the renovation of the admin building. I think it might get pushed a little bit because of the date issue of lining up. We will not attach those bid openings to a regular meeting. I'll call a special meeting because it's going to be a massive type deal. But they are getting to the point of moving that absolutely forward.
Good.
And then one other thing to relate is a happy surprise was that the roof bids came in much lower than was being anticipated. So the money set aside should cover that cost. So I've got the other money I was going to use as my backup that we'll be able to use towards another project.
Tracy's down here.
Hmm?
Tracy's down here. You're Tracy? Yeah. All right, Mike?
I don't have anything.
Tracy.
We're doing.
That's manual?
So the lady that was going to do the appraisal has reassigned that to another fellow, another certified appraiser. And probably will have those, have that information this Friday. And next month, middle of the month, we should be able to move on what we want to do on that property if we want to put it out for bids. I do have a question for Troy. And where do we stand on creating the bid specs to haul shale?
I'm trying to get this correct.
Okay. If you can, I appreciate it because I need to try to find somebody to haul shale as quick as I can. So, thank you.
All right. Well, I don't have anything. Our next meeting will be August 5th at 9 o'clock.
I'm second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Aye.